Well, sadly, it is a story that we have seen before, of course, and we all grew up when Rolf was at peak fame. You toured with him.
Yeah, me and my sisters toured South Africa with him for 6 weeks.
And how old were you at that time?
I was 9 or 10, I think. I might have just turned 10.
Right. And was he like a big deal then?
Massive, absolutely huge. Yeah, sold out everywhere, big venues, but everyone loved him, everyone knew him. And I have to say, you know, I can't sit here and say, oh, but this, that happened. I wasn't aware of anything like that, other than sometimes, you know, thinking about now, but probably at the time I didn't think that, apart from I thought, oh, I don't like it if he goes to kiss me, because he always tried to kiss you on the lips. And with a 10-year-old, that's just weird. And I straight away thought that was weird, so I'd be like, ooh. So then I just wouldn't kiss him, and it was always slightly mouth open. Anyway, but yeah, it was...
Did your sisters notice anything? Because they were older.
Yeah, they noticed, like, when it all came out into the public domain and everything was talked about and discussed, and their instinct was, oh, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised that came out. Whereas I was like, what, Rolf Harris? Because to me, he was always, you know, when I was 10, obviously, he was fun and he was always, you know, playing the instruments and loved animals and talking about that. And so I genuinely never picked up on that other than the kissing side of things. But, you know, when you're a kid, you don't like anyway when any adults go, give us a kiss.
Yeah.
So that was just that for me. But, yeah, I particularly never sensed anything like that, which makes it even more sad in a way, because everyone loved him, you know, and especially the shows that he did here, it was always happy, you know, animals. I mean, how was it, Animal Hospital or something, which was massive back in the day?
But what I found quite disturbing, I watched both episodes last night, and what I found quite disturbing to see, because I didn't know the full extent of everything, was that he also did campaigns for child abuse. And it's like, you know, that just to me was like, he's hiding in plain sight, he's doing what he's doing, and, you know, just thinking of the victims, the young girls, 13 years old, and, you know, one of them being his own daughter's best friend. It's like that coercive control that he had of... And I think being in that public eye and being that, looking like that really cool guy, and doing all the art attacking all of that, I think that's what puts... Unfortunately, had defences down from...
But we shouldn't get into this sort of idea that this is all about celebrities. I mean, clearly he had access to people and he had the fame, the blah, blah. But, you know, most child sex abusers are known to the victim, and it's often happening in families, but also is often the person who seems the jolliest, the most fun, the one most likely to buy you an ice cream.
Well, I encountered Rolf Harris a couple of times on TV shows that I appeared with him. So that would have been in the 70s, maybe early 80s. And all I can remember is kind of a slightly creepy feeling. To me, he was creepy. And then I remember getting a letter from him where he asked if he could paint my portrait. And I must say, I immediately said no, for two reasons. Because, first of all, I thought he was a terrible artist. And secondly, the idea of spending, like, an enforced time with someone like that, I just had a feeling that there was something about him that wasn't quite right. But as a child, I mean, I've spoken about it on this show before. Before I was 10, I remember going to the hairdressers with my sister around the corner from where we lived in Fulham, and my mother left us there, and the hairdresser molested both of us. And when I told my mother later, oh, well, the hairdresser touched me here, she just didn't believe me. She just gave me a big whack round the ear, and that is just, I'm afraid, what a lot of kids would have experienced.
I hope that has changed. But, I mean... I've been thinking about this. I don't think I had that conversation with my girls, and maybe I should have, about, you know...
Don't let people near you or touch you. No.
Did you have that conversation with Kira?
I don't remember having it at all with the boys, but I remember Kira would come home, and I'd say something like that, you know, if anyone ever makes you feel uncomfortable, you know, always come and tell Mummy, and she'd say, oh, yeah, we talked about that at school.
Yeah.
So they were obviously talking about it back then in a I hope, in a good way.
Yeah.
As in not scaring them of everyone, you know. But
But
yeah, I think it is, and I think
I
have to.
in our days.
We
I
have to
still
lift
don't
the
think
shame
people.
from
I
that.
still don't think people would. I still think it's very hard even today, if that happens to you as a child, very hard to come forward and tell.
It is.